What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Nolan, No Land, and yesterday I ran my first half marathon. So, to anyone who doesn't know, I ran my first 20K 3 weeks ago in Des Moines. It was called the Dam to DSM. It's a pretty big race in Iowa. And then yesterday I did the Decorah Loop-de-Loop, which is a half marathon 10K, 5K, put on by Decorah Rotary Club. I finished the 20K in Des Moines, and I had a goal of, first of all, to finish, and then second of all, I wanted to get under 2.5 hours, which I thought seemed pretty reasonable. And then I did this one with the goal of beating my 20K time for a half marathon. And I did so. I got a time of 2 hours and 6 minutes. And in this video, I am going to talk about the preparation leading up to it. It's basically going to be a vlog of the week leading up to it, including footage from the morning of and the race itself. And I will just kind of talk about how it went and what I ate and, my mindset leading into it and just all the good details. So stay tuned. Enjoy. The sky is just glorious right now. Just kidding. So, since my last race, the 20K, which was only 3 weeks ago, I have not run any runs that were longer than an hour. So, I've run like 5 to 10 runs, and they're all in the 4, 5, 6 mile range for the most part. And I was going to do a long run the week before, but it just didn't happen. So it was just these 4, 5, 6 mile runs. But the good thing about this is what I noticed, at least, was that these runs were just getting a little bit faster each time. So, like, my perceived effort was pretty much the same in these couple weeks leading up to this race, and so the effort was about the same, but I was getting a little bit faster on each run. And I was a little worried about the endurance, because I'm only running an hour instead of 2 hours for a half marathon. But I figured I just ran that 20K, so I should be fine. I'm gonna do 4 miles this morning. See you when I get back. Also, this is the first time in a while that I finished my run before the workday even starts. So, yeah, it feels good. I think this is gonna be the new norm. Look, 7:30. Let's go. All right. September 11th. 20-year anniversary. R.I.P. to the fallen. It's another day, faced with another decision, and I'm deciding to put my fucking shoes on and get after it. No excuses. Also, it's a Saturday. It's 5 a.m. Alright. 3.4 miles, 36 minutes, 22 seconds. Nice, easy pace. My best lap was 10:09. Heart rate 146. So nice aerobic run. It was beautiful. About 4:40 a.m. Hoping to make my first bowel movement before I go on this run. If I do, it'll be great. Great start to the day.
days left till the half marathon. Today's Thursday. It's like 5:30 a.m. I just went on a nice little 15-minute jog. I ran a lot in the last week, so I'll probably just probably won't run tomorrow. Just be stretching, foam rolling. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for this race. Saturday, I haven't done any runs over an hour since the last race, which was the 20K in Des Moines. But I've been doing these 4, 5, 6 mile runs, and it seems like each time I'm getting a little bit faster. So hoping that translates into the half marathon. I can hopefully hold that pace for 2 hours instead of 1. So yeah. Also, I think I'm gonna run the half in my ultras instead of, I ran the 20K in my Topo Ultrafly 3s. I think it was mainly because they were newer and I was kind of just like hyped on them still. But I've been switching back and forth a lot more since the last race, and I don't know, I think the ultras are just like more comfortable. They're like easier on my feet and my legs, a little more cushion, and they have like the Innov arch, the hugger on my arch, which I think helps. So yeah, I'll be running in those instead, I think. Okay, go. I will. Come on, I got you. I'll catch you with both hands like this. Alright, I'll put my phone on. Pre-race day. I'm with my boy. I'm trying to set myself up for tomorrow. I've already got my spaghetti made at home, and I was trying to figure out what should I do for lunch. I almost got McDonald's, but I was like, nah, tomorrow I need to eat something healthier. So I got Hy-Vee sweet potato tots and pork tenderloin. It's freaking massive. I'll probably eat like half of this. And I got my cold brew for pre-race tomorrow because that's all I've been drinking. So yeah, let's go. Alright, Dabber, let's show him what we're eating. What I'm eating, not you. Got my sweet potato tots my tenderloin cut in half. We'll see, maybe I'll eat the other half. With 2 lakes of one ketchup and 1 G. Hughes sweet and spicy sugar-free barbecue sauce. So, I actually opened my spaghetti and it smelled like white wine, which I immediately thought was weird, so I further inspected the pasta and it had some weird creamy texture stuff on it. So instead, I am just gonna have the meat for the spaghetti, and I'm also gonna make this and have some of this.
So the night before the race, I am just chilling at home by myself. Tried to get some good food in for lunch, and then for dinner I had planned to eat spaghetti that I had already made. And it didn't quite work out because the spaghetti went bad. So then I made some other pasta, some some pasta salad side thing. And it was gross, so I didn't eat it. And so then I just had 2 peanut butter and jellies instead. And I ate the meat sauce for my spaghetti. So yeah, it was peanut butter and jelly, not pasta. And I made sure to drink a Pedialyte the night before too, just to kind of get more electrolytes the day before. And then race day consisted of Pedialyte, bananas, and cold brew coffee.
Alright, it's race day. It's 5:30 a.m. and it's kind of cold. Part of me wants to wear sleeves or a hoodie or something, but part of me thinks that's gonna get hot and I don't want to carry it, so I might wear I'm gonna probably wear sleeves. It's cold. Let's see. Pedialyte, water, and here, got a few gels, Cliff. I haven't tried this one yet. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. Bring in the headphones this time because, well, in case my pace starts slacking, I can put on some tunes, the right, BPM, get my pace going. And, of course, the cold brew.
The weather has been perfect. It's been cooling down, so it's like at early fall, and the mornings are starting to get like 40 degrees. So it's just like perfect time to be running. Like it's nice and cool. You don't overheat. Like it keeps your heart rate lower, and so it's just like perfect running weather. All right. Race starts in 30 minutes. And my toesies are frozies. So I'm trying to warm them up real quick beforehand. Turn this up. And the sun came out right before we started, and I was like, nope, no sleeves. So it was just perfect. Like, it was a beautiful morning. The race starts, there's probably like 60 people or something like that running the half marathon. And the race starts, and I'm like in the middle, and for some reason I was just like super hyped this race compared to the last one, even though the last one was a lot bigger. So I go out, and my adrenaline's pumping, and my first mile is the fastest mile. I ran like 8:50 or something like that, and then I was like, okay, I need to pull back just a little bit. I didn't actually look at my heart rate at all this whole race. I mean, my watch told me every mile what it was, but I wasn't checking it at all. So yeah, the first 5-6 miles, first half of the race, I was kind of just like going at my own pace. Just over halfway, 7 miles, 1 hour, 9 minutes. I was kind of trying to follow these couple people in front of me. I was just looking at them, I guess, kind of like judging them probably. But I was like, I think I can at least pace with them at least the entire race. So I kind of stuck behind these two people in the first half of the race. And I caught up to one of them, this woman, and she had a Damn to DSM shirt on. So I talked to her for a minute and just like talked about the dam to DSM. She was from somewhere else in Iowa, so she had never been on the Decorah course. And speaking of which, it was my home course. I run this course like a lot, like never the whole thing, but I run each part of the trail. I've run each part of it several times, so I knew exactly what to expect, where all the hills are and all that stuff. So the first half, we actually hit the harder part of the course first, which was perfect because it's pretty hard half of the course. Like, it's a lot of hills, switchbacks, and so I was glad we got the hard half out of the way first. And then the second half was pretty much just like flat, easy sailing. So yeah, we get through the first half of the race. I'm pacing behind these people, and then this older guy with like long gray hair, he had it in a ponytail, just comes cruising past us. I gotta keep up with this old guy. So I start following him, and he's running low nines, mid nines, 9 to 9:30 pace. And I'm like, well, if this guy can do it, I think I can do it. Even though his calves were way bigger than mine. But, yeah, so I just stuck with him. And then I didn't know if I would be able to hold the pace the whole last half of the race because I've never actually run this fast in like years, like for more than a mile. So I was running at this pace that I haven't run in any of my training, and I'm just following this guy. And after a while, my heart rate starts to go down. Like, it went down to like 150, and I just got in this zone where I was like, wow, this is like, I found like a whole nother gear. So I kind of cruised in that gear the rest of the race.
At almost at 10 miles. My legs were about to start cramping up, so I started drinking more water. Now I think I'm good. I guess. Alright. Mile 10. Got a 5K left. Let's go. Killing my goal right now. Killing it. So hopefully power it out to the end.
And I had a couple of caffeine gels. So at 4 miles and 8 miles I had one. And so that kind of like built up towards the end of the race, like all the caffeine, I think. And plus, like, I was just like killing it. Like, at halfway, I had a pace. At 7 miles, I was at an hour 9. So I was well ahead of my goal, which was under 2 hours and 22 minutes. And so I was just like hyped. Like, I was beating my goal. And then the last like 2 miles, I finally am like just cruising with this guy. And then I was like, the last 2 miles, I was like, I'm going in another gear. There's a woman up in front of me, and I was like, I'm gonna catch her and see what happens. And she was like a quarter mile ahead. And so the last 2 miles, mile 12, I think I got, like, I basically got the same time as my first mile. So, like, mile 12 was just as good as my first mile, which is crazy to me. And then I was just booking from there. Like, it was a home stretch, so I was like, I'm just going to hammer it out as best I can and just see how good of a time I can get.
1 mile left. Under 2 hours. 1 mile left. Let's go.
So yeah, the course is beautiful, and then I finish the race at 2 hours and 6 minutes and some change, which I was super happy with. There was some people cheering me in at the end, and there was a band playing, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I was super hyped on the race and felt proud of myself. So I went after the race. They didn't have any beer, so I went to the store, or this little place called The Landing, where they have Pulpit Rock brewing beer because Pulpit Rock was closed. So I went and bought a few beers, went home, called some family, and just kind of celebrated. Nobody was there at the race, but everybody knew I was doing it, and I was able to call some family and kind of celebrate after. So yeah, it was a good race. I was really happy with my performance, and I'm excited to see what I do next.